All good? Perfect. So we have about an hour 15 left. Now we're going to get more in hockey. You know, like how to prepare and run a practice. Like evaluate needs for players and team while respecting your yearly plan. Again, you know, like if I would talk to all professional coaches or all junior coaches or all minor hockey coaches, you know, like it would be kind of different now. Like we have 6 years old to 20 years old. So like obviously, you know, the way you prepare your practice, it is so important that it is for, you know, like the needs of your team. And while the practice goes on, sometimes like just back off. Coaching, you know, like you need to be on your toes or behind the bench during practice, but once in a while, back off and try to look at the entire ice. Try to look at the entire ice and say, like, are my guys moving? You know, like I go crazy when I see a full sheet of ice. There's 20 kids on the ice, and I see one move. One kid is skating and 19 are in line and they're waiting. Oh, like that's bad planning. Oh, like that's bad planning. You need to get people moving on the ice. Like we talked, ice is expensive, plus we don't have many practices, so we can't afford to lose 1 second. 1 second. Right? Try to, you know, like maybe before practice, talk about, you know, like, and we're going to use it after. Try to warm up before practice. Remember the story that I gave you? You know, like that coach took 15 minutes to stretch like 7, 8-year-old kids. You don't need this. Use that 15 minutes to do more hockey stuff. Passing, skating, shooting. Right? Like it's so important. Technique, right? The details, tactics, systems, and conditioning should be integrated in every session. And more importantly, if you run good drills and you and your assistants are asking the guys about the pace, you know, like you watch practice sometimes and guys are just going through the motions and everything, and then you get into a game and you say, gosh, we're slow. The other team is so quicker than us. The way you will practice is the way you're going to play. Okay? If you have a chance to come and see us on March 6th when we're going to start practicing, you will see the pace going to be unbelievable. That's my way of doing things. If we want to play fast, we need to practice fast. Okay? And again, 6 years old, 16 years old, there's a difference, but you can ask the 6 years old to compete, you know, like to try to go from one end to the other. The term that I like to add to this is, yes, we want them to go fast, fast, fast. But hockey is also a game of control. Okay? You can't be out of control. It's just like when you're driving in Riga in January and there's freezing rain and there's ice on the road. You drive 200 kilometers on the road, you drive fast, what should happen next? What should happen next? 200 kilometers an hour on icy roads. What's going to happen? Huh? You're going to take the ditch. Well, in hockey, sometimes I've coached some great hockey players. They were so fast, they were too fast for the game. You know, like they didn't really know where they were going, and they were always ahead of the play. Get in at the blue line, the puck is all the way there. Now they need to stop, and the play goes, suddenly they're behind the play. Why? Because they didn't know where to use their speed. Like, you go in a shift of 30 seconds, 40 seconds, you cannot go like full speed all the time. If I'm a left winger and the puck is on the right side, I'm going to stay around my side, I'm going to patrol. Suddenly the puck gets to me. Now I will explode and I will use speed. But in practice, it's the same thing. You need to teach your players to be under control. When you get a pass, you ask for the pass. Edgars, Edgars, Edgars. You get the pass, now bang, now you jump. You jump in the play, you move, you get your head up. It's all stuff that, you know, like during a practice, remind kids, talk, 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 all the time. Right? I've got him. Go, go, go. I'm supporting you, behind you. Give me the pass. Oh, learn. If you don't talk during a practice, kids will not talk during a game. And demand it. Demand it. You know? At the same time, if there's, you know, there's lots of pucks on the ice. Okay? I get a pass, I miss the puck that I should get, and suddenly there's another puck there. I skate, I take another puck, and I go and shoot. Is this okay? Is this okay? No. No, because during a game, how many pucks on the ice? One. So if I get a pass from Edgars, and I miss it, or I don't miss it, he never gives me good passes. Right? The puck goes there, and I take, if I'm a good coach, what do I do? If I'm a good coach, what do I do? Go again. Don't need to yell.
It depends how often those passes are.
Hey, if anyone watched us practice last week? Any of you guys saw us practice?
We're talking about professional teams.
It doesn't, yeah, but it doesn't matter. You know what? We're talking about professional. Mix Indrazus and his lines. They went back 5 times. Bad passes, go back. Bad pass, go back. You know why? Because if you accept this in a game, in a practice, suddenly a bad pass is not, it's okay.
You cannot do it all the time.
Why?
Because the practice, you said about 50-minute practice.
Yeah, but it's okay. But see, if you have good drills and everything, it's okay. It's okay. And you know what? It's also about discipline. It's also about discipline. Hey, it's about commitments. It's about doing the right things. Hey, if you do it, maybe the first time, maybe the pass, the kid was too quick. You show the player, because sometimes a bad pass is not always the one who's passing the puck. If I go too quick and I rush him, well, suddenly the puck is behind me. Whose fault is it? Might not be his fault. Might be my fault because I'm not very smart. So grab that kid and say, whoa, go slow, go slow. Support, Edgars, Edgars. But there we go. You're teaching. Hey? Sometimes there's going to be bad passes, or, you know, because of bad execution. But sometimes there's bad passes because of bad technique. And if you don't correct it in practices, where are you going to correct it? And are you going to make the kids better? No? And at the same time, they know that if they make a mistake, it's okay, but we start again. It's not about punishment or whatever. It's about, let's do it the right way. Let's do it the right way. It's not my way. It's not your way. It's the right way. No? And it's a rule. And they know. They know. Like, you know, like those guys, they're pros. National team. Hey, they messed up. Nobody yelled at them. Just blew a whistle. Go again. They went 5 times. Right? They went 5 times, but you know what? Now it's the lesson for everyone that you need to do it good. Right? We didn't embarrass no one. Those are standards. Because if you accept that they cheat or they're just okay in practice, how can you expect them, right, to be good in school suddenly, to be 50% in school? It's okay. My coach accepts that I'm just okay in practice. How do you expect them to be good in games? Hey, it just doesn't work. Use the full ice. Yeah.
I have a question about talking to players on the game.
Yeah.
How to teach the children to do that? Because we are trying to do that, but they are not doing it.
Okay.
Maybe 1, 2, or 3 doing it. Maybe sometimes goalie is telling, I don't see the puck or clear the way out.
Yeah.
But mostly they are,
No, I understand.
They are just playing.
I understand and I saw it. Okay? And Edgar's, come over here, please. I'll use Edgar's. Okay? Go at the hash mark right there, Edgar's. Go at the hash. I'm on one side of the ice on the board. Edgar's is on the board. Okay? Simple drill to warm up the goalies. My partners are all behind me. Edgar's partners are all behind me. And, you know, we do a drill where I'm going to cut in front of him and he's just going to push a little pass in front. Okay? I can skate, push the puck, go. Okay. Okay. Is that what I asked? No. I asked, skate in front of your teammate, ask him for the puck. You're standing right there. One coach is standing right there. One coach is standing right close to the goalie at the other end. And they all go and they skate. Edgar's, Edgar's, Edgar's. Boom. Get the puck. As soon as Edgar's give me the puck, he goes the other way. His name is, I don't know, Agris. Hey, Agris, Agris. Well, you're right here. If the kid doesn't ask for the puck, blow the whistle. Hey, you didn't talk. Ask for the puck. That's where it's going to start. It's going to be baby step. You know, and, you know, thanks, Edgars. You know, like, that's one thing we told the pros 4 days ago. Hey, I said, I went to under 16, I went to under 18. It's like a funeral home. And I said, I talked to many people in the hockey world. And in Latvia, we think that hockey is being played in a funeral home. Hey, you can't talk. Hey, we're going to change this. If you don't talk in practice, we blow the whistle, you go again. And I make them understand that if I'm on the wall here battling with a defender and I have the puck in my zone, if no one talks to me, I have the winger there, I have my partner behind, I have the goalie, I have the center, I have the other winger. If no one talks to me while I need to keep possession of the puck, while the guy is beating me up, if no one talks to me, where am I going to throw the puck? Where am I going to throw the puck? I'm going to make a guess. Bang, I throw the puck to you, but you're playing on your team. What do you do with that puck? You pass in front of the net to your teammate. What's next? What's next? Puck's in my net. I'm -1, my winger's -1, my defenseman's -1, my centerman's -1, my right winger's -1. Why? Because there was no communication. You communicate, you make the game easy. You don't communicate, how many times you're stuck on the wall? Many times in a game. Okay? Or a big monster player. I'm going to retrieve the puck on the corner and a big monster player is coming after me. Okay? My partner on defense is sharp. Okay? What is he going to tell me? Heads up, Bob, heads up, heads up. Whoop, right away I know danger. I look and I see the monster. Ooh. Now, if he doesn't tell me, he might come and visit me in the hospital tomorrow and say, sorry, I didn't talk to you. Well, you teach your kids to talk, it's an easy game. It's an easy game. You don't talk, it's a complicated game because it's like playing like this. You know, you want to show kids, get them in the locker room, put them in running shoes and everything and clear the room, nothing, and turn the lights off. And tell them, walk like this and you're not allowed to talk. And you'll see they're going to say, oh, ow, you know, because they're going to bump in each other. Well, then you turn the lights out and the lights on and say, when you don't talk in hockey, it's the same thing. How can you play hockey if you don't talk? Oh, and suddenly it's simple. It's simple. You go and watch NHL games, you sit all the way up top and you hear the guys loud and clear. You hear the goalie telling the defenseman, you got time, you got time. Perfect. Defenseman goes behind the net, looks up, comes out, good pass. If the goalie doesn't talk to that defenseman, he comes in, rim to the other team, puck in front of the net, bang, him. How can you compete? What's your chance? No, it's all about communicating. Hey, and you know, we're babies. No, when you're babies, you're 3 months old. Hey, you're hungry. What do? You can't talk. What do? You cry. Well, you know what? That's the first thing that we learn. Hey, to communicate. Hey, you can't talk. You want to tell mom I'm hungry, you cry. Same thing in hockey. You want the puck? Hey, watch out, I've got him. You know, but it's all stuff that it's easy to teach, but who asked me the question? You're very right. You know, like, it's tough because we don't demand it enough. We don't demand it enough, and the ones who are coaching the 6, 7, 8 years old, every drill, as soon as you want the puck, you should ask the player's name. And you know what? It puts life in a practice. Suddenly there's noise. You know, there's noise and players are sharp rather than, you know, I show you like it and you score a goal and you're a coach and you see a great save by your goalie. Don't be afraid to, good save, Charlie, and everything, and good shot, but Charlie made a great save. Make some fun. Make some fun, and suddenly the goalie has a smile on his face, and it's the enjoyment of the game, and now Agris is coming in, and big shot, top corner, you go to him, and high five, and good job, Agris, and hey, Edgar's, good job talking. That's the way. You reward, you cultivate. You know, you won't get them to talk all together on the first day. But, and, you know, keep talking, good job, talk more, you know, and you'll see it's going to be an easy game. But again, use the full ice surface. You guys always practice full ice? No, sometimes you need to split in two. Huh? That's fun, right? I know in North America there's shortage of rink and coaches say, we can't run a good practice. Okay, you can't run a good practice. I watch, they only have half ice. The entire practice, both teams, they don't skate between the blue line and the red line. They want a full ice, but they can't even use half ice. They only use from blue line to the net. Make sure that if you have a full ice, make sure if you have a half ice, you use like the entire ice surface. Use your assistants. Hey, make sure your assistants are not on the board like this, drinking water, and well, if there's a cone and they're turning, hey, bend your knee, like make sure, keep your head up, go, talk. Oh, be involved. You want them to talk, starts with you. And another guy right at the net, close to the net. Shoot, stop at the net and talk with your goalie and everything. You know, make sure that when the drill is going, you're not just, oh yeah, the kids are having fun. No, get involved in the drill. Get involved. Get your assistants, you know, and make sure that give some drills to the coach, to the assistant coach also. Oh, like before practice, you say, I'm going to show you my practice sheets after. You know, like before practice, I tell Jacques, you're going to take this drill and this drill. The artist, you're going to take this drill, and I will take those drills. You make those guys feel important, like we've talked about this. Hey, so that to the eyes of the players, to the eyes of the parents, they know that you're part of it. You know, that you're part of it, you feel involved, hey, you feel that you have a role. Try to explain drills in the locker room before practice, especially at your level, you don't have much time. Tell them, kids, this is how we're going to go, first drill, second drill, third drill. tell them what you expect of every drill. And make sure that every drill that you're running, you look at this drill and you're saying, yeah, this drill makes sense in a game. I see some coaches, they try to invent the game and drills that turn and turn and turn and turn, and you're looking at this drill and say, where the hell are they going to use this in a game? But it looks good, but there's no value. There's no value. You know, later on, the kid plays the game and there's a game situation and he's saying, oh, we practiced this. Or you as a coach on the bench say, way to go, boys. See, we did this in practice. We learned this in practice. And look, it's working. Good job, boys. Your drills have to be game situations. You know, stuff that you're going to see in games. You know, like I've watched, you know, like many practices before, and we all have our styles. You know, I call them the doctors of hockey. The hockey doctors. They try to invent drills that, yeah, I did this drill, but there's no common sense in hockey about that drill. You know, like guys going this way, and guys going this way, and guys going this way. In a game, you're all going the same way. You know, you're mixing your guys more. You're not teaching them, but it looks great. It doesn't have to look great. It has to be excellent. You know, like the looks and the results are totally different. On the ice, re-explain drills. Be quick and precise. Make sure. And, you know, like the thing is, number one, to run a good practice, my ways, I have a big marker. That big marker, you need cones, and especially with the 6, I even use this at the pro level. You want a player to turn there? No problem. Take the marker, right on the ice. Put a line on the ice. So now you know exactly where the player wants to be. You know? Well, I'll bring a case from North America. You know? You know? Because who coaches 7 years old? Who's coaching 7 years old there? Okay, well, you will understand. Huh? Edgar's, come here again. Come here. Edgar's 7 years old. Come here, come here. See, he's still 7, he's asking me where. Okay, Edgars, we're going to start a drill. Come right here, Edgars. You're first in line. Stay here, Edgars. Now, I leave here to go and place. Can you come here, please? Come here. What's your name?
Igor.
Igor. Igor's 7 years old. While I'm placing him, I look around, and Edgars go over there. Edgars went to talk to the goalie. No, Edgars, come here, come here. While I talk to Edgars, Igor is over there. Am I right? Am I right? Thank you, guys. Well, with this beautiful marker, you see, Igor, stay right there. You're my leader. Wait, stay here. Okay, thank you. And then I go to Edgars. Edgars, this is where we start. And here, I want you guys to follow my line. They can't screw up. They can't screw up. I use this with the pros. Oh, even sometimes if I have the power play and everything, instead of skating all the way to the board on the to the ring board to do arrows with this one, I say, boys, come here. And on the ice, I go boom, boom, boom. Boys, do this, do this, do this. Yeah, okay, let's go. Bang. We don't have to go there. I'm saving time. All right? Stopwatch. You want to do a skating drill or you want to do competition between two teams for 20 seconds, you have your stopwatch. You want to run a drill for 5 minutes, after you're done explaining the drill, you start your clock. You look, oh, 5 minutes, let's go boys, next drill. You need this. You need a clock, you need whistle, you need markers. Okay? Markers for the board, markers for the ice. I'll bring Sam 100 euros each. How many you want? 10? You're going to split with him? Okay. But, you know, like, you know, like that's this is, give a name to every drill. You know, you have a little skating drill, give a name to the drill. And you know what? for the little ones, hey, this one-on-one drill is Igor drill. We call this the Igor one-on-one. Hey, you call this drill, you say, Igor, that's going to be your drill. When I say Igor one-on-one, this is how we do it. Which kid on your team will know the Igor one by one the best? Igor will know that drill. So you're sure that at least one player knows the drill. Then a 2-on-1, Edgar's 2-on-1. Hey? Or Riga 3-on-0. And stuff like this. And during the year, you say, boys, when you're in the locker room, you say, okay, Edgar's 2-on-1. Remember this? You go like this, but there's a name to that drill. Eventually, they're going to say, yeah, like, you know what? Ozo, I coach Ozo in 98 to 2000. Ask Boo Boo, he works with Dynamo Riga. He's telling the boys, we do this drill. It's the mountain climber. He does this. And he told me, he said, I still remember the name of your drills. You know? So it's just to show you that it's easier after a while. Give a name to the drills. Instead of saying, we're going to do 3-on-2. Hey, I have 3-on-2 Montreal. I have 3-on-2 Boston. I have 3-on-2 Calgary. They're all different. And then bang, you go, and the players remember this. At the kids level, give a drill per kid. You know, like, and just put it in your file, and it's going to be easy. Have plenty of pucks, water, and markers. At the low level, I have 520 kids coming from around the world at my hockey camp. Kids don't touch a water bottle. We have the water bottle. Kids keep their mask. They come in and just on water break, they 30 seconds, everyone got water. You blow the whistle and you say water break. Kids take off their helmets, they go, and you waste 5 minutes for a water break that you should, 30 seconds, everyone should have water. And water breaks and explanation, they have to be short and precise. You can't take 10 minutes, you know, with kids, and at a young age, you should have them one knee down all the time. One knee down, so that, number one, at 7 years old, they're like bowling pins. One falls, if they're all standing up, and suddenly one fall, they all fall, and two are crying and everything. Get them one knee down, you get their eyes. When you explain a drill, you know, here's the board. Don't be the coach, number one. For example, if the board, let's say that this would be the board, and I'm here writing, make sure that no kids sits behind you there. If they sit there, they don't see the board. Make sure that when you get to the board, blow their whistle, they're getting water. Okay, let's go, boys, come on. They're coming in. There should be an imaginary line here that everyone, you should be able to see every kid's eyes, every player's eyes. If you don't see their eyes, they can't see you. They can't see you. And now, go explaining your drill, but you know, when you want to be precise with what you're looking for, turn back. Get their attention. Look at them right in the eyes. And you might have one that is playing in the snow like this. You know? He's playing in the snow and he's not listening. Don't say a word. Just look at him. Suddenly one of his teammates is going to give him the elbow and something wrong? No. Listen, look at me. Look at me. You want to do good in practice? Look. You do this a few times, I can guarantee you, everyone looks at you. But if you go like this and you show your back to them, there might be 3 of them that are looking at mommy in the stands and you don't even know. Hey, if this is where it starts, you go to the board to be sharp, to be good. So start, boom, 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 turn. Boys, this is what we have to do. I want sharp passes. You want to talk. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, you support. You're going at the net. Boom, boom, boom. So right away, they know you're talking to them rather than just have your back all the time. Make sure that you get their attention. Okay? And markers. That's for you. Look, right there. 100 euros per marker. I need batteries. I'll trade you markers for battery.
How long is the warranty?
I don't know. I see now I don't need bat. How to, again, run short but intense drills. Never run a drill like, like a shooting drill for 10, 12, 15 minutes. Kids get boring. Get them sharp, sharp, sharp. Short, move to the next drill. Move to the next drill. Hey, like, be sharp. Like, like me, we try to run 2-on-1s, 1-on-1s, shooting drills, 5-6 minutes max. In the pros, we explain 2 drills at the same time. So when we go to the board, we explain 2 drills. Now we're going to do 2 drills. We want to be sharp. Okay? We want them to think. We're giving them 2 drills so they can't. I'm not saying don't do this with 7-year-old kids, but 14, 15, 16, you can challenge them. And running 2 drills at the same time, you're asking them to go hard and everything. You're going to work them without kind of stopping, like they'll stop in line, but you work them continuously for about 10, 12 minutes. What are you getting out? You want good passes, you want to be intense, but to work 12 consecutive minutes in a row, what are you getting out of this? What do you think?
Sharpness.
Huh?
Got sharp concentration.
Sharp concentration plus, do they want to skate after practice? Do they like skating after practice? Huh? And where's Agris? Where's Agris? Agris Saviels. Agris, when I was skating you guys after practice, was it fun? Not really. Not really. I had Agris. It was a draft pick of Colorado, just to show you small world. Well, you know what? If you run a good 2 drills for 10, 12 minutes, you're working on their conditioning with pucks while they're having fun. But you're improving the team conditioning. And they don't even know it. They don't even know it. And suddenly, you're going to get in games, and other teams going to say, gosh, you guys are fast. You guys are in shape. Why? Because you're smart. Hey? That's coaching. Hey? That's coaching. So make sure, at a high speed, under control. Remember, no speed out of control. Speed under control. And for the olders, try to run 2 drills at the same time. Try to work 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 minutes, 2 drills. And when you change pucks, the coach blows the whistle. When the coach blows the whistle, you should have, how many assistants you have? 1, 2? 1? Is it 1? Hey? So if, let's say we ran lots of drills, Jacques and I, in Zurich, only 2. Well, I know I'm changing drill. My pucks are over there. I'm going to say, Jacques, 30 seconds, we change drills. The pucks are over there, and now we need pucks at the blue line, and I need my pucks at the hash mark at the blue line. I tell Jacques, 30 seconds. Jacques is skating right away to the pucks. I'm skating to the pucks. I keep talking to the players. Good job, boys. Keep moving. Shoot. Hey, good job. Good shot. Good save, goalie. As soon as I move, whites, let's go on both sides of the blue line. Jacques is on the other side. Red, go on your red. And at the same time, while we're talking, we're pushing pucks right away. Jacques is putting his pucks. 10, 15 seconds, we start the next drill. That's coaching. Rather than go, oh, Jacques, I'm sorry, I forgot. Skate at the other end and place the pucks. That's not planning. you look disorganized. Okay? That's what I'm trying to get to you guys. Every second, every minute on the ice counts. You want the players to go fast, you need to go fast also. Hey, you can't afford to waste time. For every team, even us at the pro level, I love this. I love this, talking about teaching details. You have 16 kids on a team. Sometimes ask one of your partners, like a former player, and would you come to practice? And before practice, you're going to say, okay, we have 16 players and 2 goalies. Even if you have half ice, split the ice in 3 or 4 groups. You have 16 kids, do 4 groups of 4 kids. And in one corner, it's quick feet around pucks. They go forward, backward, keeping their head up and everything. The other corner, it's like quick passing with a partner. And while we do quick passing with a partner, we demand that the players talk. Every time they pass, they can go here and they go around a cone and they pass, give and go. They go around here, pass, give and go. They're only 4, so they get lots of reps. They're only 4, they get lots of reps. Over there, you can play one-on-one in a circle, puck protection. Hey? Over there, hey, you can work on your stops. Hey? Stops and go change direction, and you have a coach in every spot. And way to go, boys. Well, you only have 4 boys. They go. They get tired. They learn to work. Hey, but you work a minute and a half, 2 minutes max. Blow the whistle. Turn, boys, turn. Now next drill. Boom. Well, you did 10 minutes of work, but in those 10 minutes, one kid might have worked 6 minutes out of 10, compared, and if you have 16 players in the line here, and you send one and he shoots, and then the next one goes, and the kids are sleeping in line, and out of 10 minutes, one player got 22 seconds of work. Which practice will make that player the best? Okay, so stations in order to teach and everything. If one kid doesn't do it well, you stop, you have time for him. Why? Because you're in a small group. You're in a small group, so this is very important. Do not forget the goalies. Do not forget the goalies. Whatever drills you do, you always need game situation for your goalies. Hey, make sure that you don't go an hour practice, hey, and you don't even talk to your goalie. No? Teach them how to shoot the puck, how to talk. Like if there's a guy coming back door and you're working defensive zone coverage, teach the goalie if he sees someone available. Edgar's alone in front. Again, you're teaching communication. You're getting everyone involved in the game. Ask the kids to communicate at all time. All the time. Make sure, tell your assistants. Remind the kids. Coaching is repeating. Coaching is repeating. I went from Hawkesbury in junior A, 16 to 20-year-old kids just like here. I coached there 4 years. I go to Laval in the Quebec Major Junior League. That's the highest junior hockey in Canada. Hey, I told my friends back home, I said, I'm going Major A. They all talk, they all back check, they all play good defense, they all score goals. And hey, I got there, I said, same thing. Same thing. They're bigger, stronger, faster, but they have the same weaknesses. 2 years later, the Quebec Nordiques offer me to go to the American League. Again, I tell my same friends, now, easy to coach. Easy to coach. Cigar and bottle of wine, and don't have to do anything. They're pros. They eat well, they sleep well, they don't party, they play good defense, and hey, I got there. You still need to teach. I got to Colorado Avalanche. Hey, Stanley Cup contender. I said, now I know everything's perfect. You know what? It's a game of teaching. It's a game of teaching. Guys want to get better. Players want to get challenged. Okay? So you need to have really a plan in practice to really challenge them. Tactic, technique, team systems, conditioning. If you can get all this and at the same time practice at game speed, demand that speed. Speed under control. Okay? Under control. Okay? Always, there's no sense going 100 miles an hour or 100 kilometers an hour, I'm sorry, and the puck goes off your stick all the time. If the player goes 100 kilometers an hour all the time and the puck can't stay on his stick, the good coach will tell little Edgars, what is he going to tell him? Slow down, Edgars. Huh? If we open the Zamboni door, you're going to be in the street. Hey, slow down. Hey, be under control. All right, not talking about this Edgars. Edgars is a good hockey player. I'm using Edgars. My battery is dying on me, boys. Might have to trade for a marker. Here we go. Here's my practice sheet. Here's how, this is my system. Look. The first sheet, look, it's a bunch of sheets, and I don't know how to say it to you guys, they reproduce and like on other sheets. So the white sheet is always mine. Okay, and I'll show you. The white sheet is mine. So I put this in my book. And see on this, I'll put all the names, I'll put the date, the opponents, today's goal. What do we want to accomplish today? Okay. The drills. Hey, today is Edgar's birthday. Tomorrow, bus leave at 10 to go to Jurmala. Hey, or day off tomorrow, or conditioning after practice. Do my blocks, do my there. Others, maybe we have guys that are in school or whatever. We have injured guys, and if we want to write something. So on this, I have a full recap of my practice. Now, this is my sheet. I'm going to put it in my book. Jacques is my partner. Here's his sheet. Jacques will put this. Jacques loves to put it in his pocket. Okay? Always he keeps it on the ice. The other sheet is to my other assistant. And those one goes to the equipment manager. One sheet. We have the board on the ice, the board that, the board that you're going to use your marker to go through the drills. You take this with a little piece of tape and you tape it right under the board so that you have the colors of jersey. You have the colors of jersey, white, maroon, blue, yellow, whatever you have. So when you run drills, as soon as you do the drill, you say, okay, maroon at the hash mark over there, white at the hash mark over there, blue is at the hash mark there, red are at the hash mark. Compared to, say, half over there and half over there. So there's 16 in the middle, and they're trying to decide, I go there, no, I go there, I go there. And you waste 3 minutes of ice time trying to separate the guys. So one sheet goes under the board because for us, whoever explained the drills, we see it. Right? One sheet when the players come in the dressing room, it's right on the wall. So they know how long we're going to be working. They know who's on their line. They know who's their partner on defense and everything. And the other one is for the equipment manager when he goes with the jerseys to put them in the player's stall. Whoop. Darzin's is maroon, and Indrasis is maroon, and Sanders Ozer-Lynch is blue, and Agris Saviels is red. So that's his. He puts it in his pocket. Players come in. It's all ready. It's already, again, it's organized. They say, wow, those guys know what they're doing. Okay? It's a good environment. All right? See? This is one you can see right there. Okay? This is so the players come in, they know exactly how long. Look, we have a flood. Okay? We're going to work this, and look the times. See, whenever we work systems, and obviously 14-14, that's the longer I'm going to run. And why it's that long? It's because new players, it's the first day. So I wanted to take more time to teach and everything. But remember, at the pro level, we have plenty of time. Hey, I tell the federation I need 3 hours of ice. We're going to get 3 hours of ice. Hey, you coach 12 years old, you get 50 minutes of ice. So it's so important that you really time. And guys, this is, look, the goalies, defense, forwards, and see, this is how we go. And players, they get ready and they say, hey, we're going to work on this. We're going to work on this. Hey, I'm playing with you today. Let's do this. Let's do that. They get ready rather than get on the ice and say, what are we doing today? I don't know. The coach didn't say a word. It's just communication and preparation. Hey, I think it's very, very simple work. Use of technology. Obviously, in your rinks, do you have kind of a little room with a TV where you can connect, like a computer or something like this? Well, that's very important. And I can tell you, Peter's over here, I call him Boo Boo, works with Dynamo Riga. He's an unbelievable video coach. And it's very important. Video is the best way to teach. It takes time, though. It takes time. We're married. Many people have other job. We have kids. We have little girl going to soccer. We have little girl going to tennis. Our son plays tennis and plays hockey and everything. And suddenly you say, yeah, but the day's too short. The day's too short. I'm running out of time. Always try to do, like little videos and stuff. It's the best way. If kids can see themselves, it's good. I brought all my videos, but in Calgary we prepared videos for all kinds of situations, and we're going to show you a video of how we're playing 2-on-1s. Okay, look, it starts like this. Can you stop it there, please? Can you stop it? Freeze? Okay. See, over here, that's how it starts. It's the D slide. Obviously, you can play 2-on-1s different ways. My coaching is aggressive. Okay? Some coaches, some teams, the goalie's behind, and let's say that this guy has the puck there and this guy's coming. Lots of defensemen or lots of coaches, they're starting to teach their defensemen to back up, and the goalie's there, and they back up here to take this guy, and this guy's Ovechkin. What do you think is going to happen next? Puck's in the net. And what did the defenseman did? Defenseman, like, photograph. Take pictures, and here, go and score on my goalie. I don't play like this. I play aggressive. We don't sit back. We go. So obviously what we want, in line with the near post, you're going to see this. Then all details, what we want our guys to do. We show them, then we get on the ice, we break in stations, Jacques grabs them, just like robots, without 2-on-1s. If you want to teach this, you can't do a 2-on-1 first. You have to do it that they just slide with no one around. Or Jacques just with the puck, and the guy comes and just push the puck like almost like a little baby push. and the defenseman, and then you sit and you say, okay, your skate has to be like this, your arm has to be like this, your stick has to be in front, see, like this. The guy said, okay, I got it, perfect, okay, keep. Then you show 2-on-1, you practice real 2-on-1s, right? Go, Chris, please. Okay. We start with another team. We never use our players in bad situations. See, that's not a slide. That's halfway slide, bang, we score. Okay. Here are one of our guys. Look, see, and obviously that's high technology, but still, see, we're doing it. See, we all show positive things of our D-man. See, doing exactly what we're looking for. And when players come to training camp and everything, that's how we do it. See, again, we're showing what we want to protect. See, we talked about the stick being on the ice. See, no rush again. Okay, right there. See, we're all showing them how we want. So we showed this to the national team players like when they came in. To the defensemen, see right there, that's what we call the helicopter. See, swing your stick the other way and stop it, I guess, please. See, at the same time, look what happened. We saw those three guys come to the net and stop. That's what we're demanding our players. So while we're teaching 2-on-1, we saw another great detail of our game to stop. We don't want our players to curl in the corner. Hey, I call this the 18-wheelers. You know, like those big trucks, they don't turn quick. They need a long time. So, like, obviously, we want this. Go, I guess, please. See, again, see, that's what see, the term, and we have terms. The term helicopter, can you stop it for a minute? The term helicopter is, you want your stick out, and now this player did a good fake, and now he's going to beat us around. So you take your stick, just like an helicopter, and you swing it back at the puck. So we always have option 1, option 2, option 3. Go. Huh?
Presentation.
Yeah, is it done, the video?
We done.
Kaput? Yeah, okay. Now, you know, and again, I'll show you a questionnaire that I always used with my teams everywhere. If Agris remembers, and when I saw Ozo asked me, do you still do those papers? I said, yes, Ozo, players will do those papers. Number 1, you learn about the kid, the person, plus you learn about the player, and you know, then you can sit with the player and you can exchange, and you can build your own questionnaires. You can have any questions that you want. I'm not saying use my questionnaire because it's my questionnaire. I change questionnaires, but this one is a questionnaire that I gave players from the national team. Yeah. See? And see, like, look, and have players evaluate themselves, or even like for the 7, 8 years old, oh, give this to the parents to fill with the kids. Oh, and look, list 3 strong areas of your game. List 3 areas you need to focus on your improvement. And you know what? Little Edgar's wrote that on his list of improvement, he can't stop on both sides. So you know right away that with little Edgar's, you need to focus on this, but by November, by November, he's showing signs. He's not perfect yet, but he's showing signs of improvement. You go to little Edgar's and practice and say, Edgar's, you're really improving. Good job, buddy. And then you see mom and dad all the way after practice, and you say, did you see little Edgar's? He's improving. How will they feel when they'll get back in their car going back home? They'll feel good. They'll feel good. And suddenly, you're promoting hockey and you're telling the truth. Little Edgar's is learning. But whether the kid wrote, I'd like to do this, I'd like to get better at this. But then it gives you tool to make him better, plus while you make him better, tell him he's getting better. You make him feel good. Hey, you pump him up a little bit. Hey? What qualities do you bring to the locker room as a teammate? Hey? I'm quiet, I don't say a word, and I don't care. Oh, that's great. We're going to win with you. Hey, we're going to develop you into a real good player. Right? Or, hey, I want to learn, and I'm passionate, and I will be a leader in the room. You grab this kid and say, kid, I need you. I need you. And you make sure that you always talk at practice, because we're going to get everyone talking. Hey? He's telling you that he wants to help. Maybe sometimes they over-evaluate themselves a little bit, but that's okay. We all do. We all do, but that gives you tools. Hey? What quality do you bring to the organization on the ice? You know, obviously that's a question to a pro. You know, but still, you know, like, hey, I'm a good defenseman. I want to be #1 defenseman. I can play power play. I can play this. I can log lots of ice time. You know, and you see players' character. You see not only players' character, you see the person. You see the person in there. Hey? No? What do you see as your role with the Latvian national team? And if we are to be a successful team in a tournament, oh, so right away I'm starting to build ideas in their mind. I want them to think, and later on I'm going to say, so you wrote this. Where do you think that we're at? It gives me fuel to go and sit with them, hey, and say, hey, look, you wrote this. Hey, he's telling me that he's a leader, and it's 3 days in a row that he's late at practice. Oh, time for a little talk. Hey, say, Edgars, you're a leader? Yeah. Well, you know, that's what you wrote. 3 days late. You know what? We're not going to put up with this. We're not going to put up with this. No, so at the same time, it's a tool to work. No.
How many leaders did you get out of national team?
I got quite a few. I was very impressed with what we got. You know, we asked them to talk and everything, and obviously everything is new. But it was a short 4 days, and I was very impressed, because you know what? If you demand it, if you prepare to demand it, you know what? You might be surprised. You know, I've heard lots of people say, oh, this guy this guy this. You know what? We sat with those guys individually. We said, hey, that's what we expect from you. Okay? We want to be successful. Go, have fun. You know what? Like we had, ask anyone from the federation, you know, like who was there. We had a wonderful 4 days. The guys felt good about themselves. You know, like, and that's how we build. So, like, you know, like, all this. Yeah. Can you change it? I think I skipped one. Yeah, here. Okay, perfect. Hey, based upon your past experience, what should be the identity and the attributes of a winning team? What does it take to win? What does it take? No, and again, if this guy does it later on, I'm going to tell him, you know what? You wrote it, and you're a man of your word. You're a great leader for us, and you're the guy, you're the leader in that locker room. Or, you know what? I need a little bit more. You wrote it on your piece of paper, and I need more. I need more. You need to extract from, you need to extract intensity. You always have to push, push in a positive way, but you always need to push, get more. You get 5% more from every of your player. Is 5% a lot? I don't think so. 5% is very small. But if you get 5% from 20 players, you're going to see a hell of a difference. In attitude, in hard work, in commitment, you get 5% each from everyone. You know what? You might not recognize your team. You're going to say, whoa, what a change. Right? But it's a process. It will not happen in one day. What position you feel you're the most productive and comfortable playing? Maybe you're playing a player in a position that he doesn't feel he's good. Oh, he'd like maybe to play left wing rather than right wing, but you're not talking to him very much. You never ask him, and he's very shy. So you might be losing a great young player on your team because, miscommunication, and he's, I'm scared that the coach will be mad at me or stuff like this. Like this, we know. Circle any other positions you're comfortable playing. Hey, I can play center. Whoop, you're on the bench and suddenly you lose two centers. One center gets hurt and the other one gets thrown out of the game. Hey, Edgars, you wrote that you can play center. Can you play center? Sure, coach, I can go. Hey, all right, let's go. Well, you know what? Or suddenly at practice you're missing a guy. Edgars, you're going to go at center today. No problem, coach. And that gives value to a player. The more position you can play, I told you this, if I'd be a minor hockey coach up to 10, 11 years old, players would rotate all positions, that they learn about the game. They learn what it is as a defenseman to feel pressure, what it is for a left winger to get a pass off a rim when the other team monster is charging in on you and you have no time. Okay? And suddenly they get a feel for what's going on around them because they've done it. Hey, can you penalty kill? Oh, sorry. Can you penalty kill? What makes you an effective penalty killer? Can you play power play? Half wall, goal line. If you circle the roll, like what attributes makes you so effective? Well, I have a real good vision. I'm patient with the puck. I have good moves. If you is this like just hold on? I have a hard time seeing this. You probably have too, right? Or a shooter or a deker. Yes. Okay. Can you change it? Okay. Whoop. Okay. Whoop. Have you ever won a championship? I want to know if the player has won something because maybe later on I'll be using him. Okay. What is your sport idol and why? Okay. If the player writes that Ilya Kovalchuk is his favorite player, and in 2 weeks he scores a nice big slapper top shelf, the next day at practice I'm going to go to him and say, Igor, you know what? You shot the puck like Ilya Kovalchuk. Wow, what a great goal. How does that kid feel? You just compare him to his idol. But you know it's his idol because he wrote it. He feels good. That's psychology. You make people feel good like this. If, like the goalie wrote that Arthur Zerbe, was his favorite goalie. Well, he plays good and everything. Good game. Gosh, you look like Arthur Zerbe. You know what? The kid's going to leave the rink. They'll have to open up the 2 doors in order for him to leave. He's going to be so pumped. Hey, the coach compared me to my idol. Well, that's coaching. That's making kids feel good. Right? Who was your biggest influence in your hockey career? That's important. Is it his dad? Is it his coach? It's important because sometimes you can relate to this. Who is your best friend in hockey and why? Sometimes it's a teammate. So maybe sometimes when things don't go well, you put him with his best friend. And you grab them together and say, hey, I put you together, you guys, because I know you will click. Then there's a friendship already. There's a friendship. Hey, when I coach in the NHL and things don't do good, things don't go good, lose 2 games, and if I have 2 Finns, I'll put the 2 Finns together. I'll put the 3 Americans together. I'll put the two Canadians together, and I'll go to them and say, hey guys, come on, let's get going in here. Let's get going. Well, just by human nature, it's normal, and they'll talk. Yeah, we take charge. Well, if those two take charge, and the next two take charge, and the next two, remember the 5% that I talked to you about? Well, suddenly you create a spark, but you need to know this. Hey, I want to know who's their best friend. Have you ever, like wore a letter on your jersey? Oh, and obviously Liz, and that's the, what's your ideal playing weight? Maybe a guy is too chubby, maybe he's too, but you ask him, where do you feel comfortable? Finish the following sentence. I am playing my best hockey when? Hey, I'm moving my feet. I have support from my coach. Like this. Well, you know what? You're kind of asking him, what makes you feel good? What makes you feel good? Hey, so if he's telling you, when I'm playing left wing and I'm driving to the net, well, again, he scores tonight. Tomorrow morning at practice, when I skate around, I'll go to him, Edgars, when you drive that net, wow, you're such an important player for us. Way to go, keep going. Again, how does he feel? He grows a few, like a few inches and puts a few kilos in. He feels good, like, wow, my coach saw me drive the net. But again, he wrote to me that that's when he's playing his best, that's what he's doing. I want players to play at their best. If they don't play at their best, we're in trouble. Because I'm not going to score a goal. I'm not going to stop a puck. They will do it. Right? List what you believe to be the 3 best quality of a leader. Right? Again, I'm curious. I want to know what they're going to write. Rate yourself in skating, in shooting, offensively, defensively, face-offs. Right? Body checking, communication. Hey, look, we've been talking about communication half of the time, right there. All kinds of stuff. In the dressing room, communication with coaching staff. Like outgoing and social with teammates. Personal, like practice habits, punctuality. Like all kinds of stuff like this. Like after this, in-season conditioning, community service, off-ice discipline, on-ice discipline, hockey IQ, mental toughness. As an athlete, are you strong? Hey, do you have speed? Are you flexible? Or do you have insurance? What's your pain threshold? I've seen some guys play with broken bones in their leg. I saw a player play with 2 broken fingers all taped in a glove. I saw some with broken fingernail and, I can't play. Oh, well, like, it's again, like it's part of, to know you get, especially at the competitive level, you get to a big game, you get in overtime and you have 10 seconds left and you have a face-off in your zone. You don't need fancy players on the ice. You need guys that will say, come on, boys, let's do it. And they'll block a shot with their face if they have to. But you have to know those guys, all right? Same thing, we have the next one for the goalies. It's basically, see, it's basically the same thing. So and again, I believe that those will be able to, the coaches will be able to go on the Federation website, like to download everything. So whatever you guys need, it's going to be, and again, if you want to use those, hey, go ahead. But at the same time, you can do your own. You just need to be a little creative and just go through, like, it's very, very simple. It's basically the same questions. I just, details versus results. That's the biggest thing, like the famous winning. Development of kids should be a priority. On the ice, off the ice. When you sit as a coach, with your group, your assistants, say, are we doing the best things for those kids, or we're trying to win because of our ego. You know? And I think that you can develop kids off the ice, on the ice, still, without telling the entire world to try to win, because I think it's important that kids learn to win, but not at all costs. You know, I know there's a fine line. That's what I'm trying to get to you guys, the fun of getting to the rink, of getting better. And you don't get the kids better, you know, like in details, eventually you're not going to get results. You see kids at 7, 8 years old, they're flying, they're scoring 3 goals a game. At 14 years old, they're not playing hockey anymore. Why? Why? It's simple. Because there was no plan like this. The details, the results were all pressure from the parents, and pressure from this, and pressure from this. The kid met a nice little girl at 15 years old, got a nice little job, and said, I don't need hockey. I don't like hockey. So it's steps. It's a ladder. It's a ladder. You need to move. You know, you don't win Stanley Cups. You don't win World Championships at 7 years old. I have a hockey camp. Some parents come to me with their kids, 7 years old. Little Charlie is here, and Mom said, Coach Hārtlija, do you think my son has a chance to play in the NHL? For sure. You know, he's 7 years old. He has a hard time to write his name. But at 7 years old, it's very important that the kid plays in the NHL. Can't stop on both sides. You know? But that's our job, to stay calm. The details, should reward effort instead of results. After every game at minor hockey, you should come in the room and say, boys, I'm proud of you guys. Demand hard work, commitment. Hey, this is a tough game. This is a tough game. And some kids, they get at 16, 17 years old or 20 years old, they can't keep going anymore because they didn't learn to compete. They didn't learn, they're afraid of hard work. They feel pain in hard work. They think that, gosh, it's the demon. You know, if you demand hard work, it's to do the right thing with pride. To do the right thing with pride. So make sure that, you know, like we go with this, like, you know, like that should be the main object. Don't get in the room and say, boys, we need to win today. Because what if you don't win? They're all crying in the room. Say, boys, hey, we're going to talk, we're going to move the puck, we're going to work hard, we're going to be the hardest working team no matter what the score is. You win, you get in the room, boys, what a job. You guys worked so hard. Hey, we set a goal before the game. We would talk, we would move the puck, we would be the hardest workers. You guys did it. Good job. You don't win, you get in. Boys, I'm so proud of you guys. Hey, you guys worked hard. No, 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 don't cry, little Edgars. No, no, you were a great worker. You have tools to build them up. You have tools to build them up, rather than just preach winning, winning, winning. At our level, we don't win, we're out of a job. At our job, at the NHL level, at the pro level, you need to win. That's the pressure of our job, not at minor hockey. That's why don't make the connections. Watch professional hockey, learn from professional hockey, but there's some stuff that is not good for you or not good for the kids. You have to be smart enough to take what is good for the kids. Build character, and parents need to understand. That's at your first meeting of the season. You need to teach the parents about this. You need to make them agree, so that later on, you know, if one parent complains, oh, you played this kid. See you guys. You know, if you know, after one game, one parent, see you guys. You know, it's 2-2 tie, and suddenly it's the 3 weakest kids up front that it's their turn to go. And you're a good coach, you care about the kids, you put them on the ice. And the other coach puts his 3 best players. What do you think is going to happen? It's not 2-2 anymore. You're down 3-2. You know what? But you did the right thing. But there might be a parent in the stand saying, what the hell? No, especially the parent of the best kid. My son's the best, and he's sitting on the bench, and he put those 3 guys on. That's what you have to explain parents early on, to make them understand that, hey, we're promoting hockey. Everyone will be treated the same way. Everyone has a right to play. And I feel that for the federation and yourself as a good, honest adult, you're doing your job. Okay? But again, it doesn't apply to pro hockey. Okay? Or to, let's say, for Eric's with the under-20 team going to World Championship, it's 2-2. For sure he's going to have his 5 best players on the ice. You know, it's common sense. Because if the kid sits the last 10 minutes of a game at 12 years old sitting on the bench, and, you know, like, he had the right attitude, he didn't take any stupid penalties, he didn't do anything to, you know, like, to jeopardize his team's chances because he has a little less talent. Is it fair for him to sit and is he going to enjoy hockey? I don't think so. And he's going to quit hockey. And he's going to quit hockey. He's going to say, I'm going to go and play tennis with my friends. I'm going to go and play basketball. I'm going to go and play soccer because I'm going to play. And the parents are in the stands and we're spending all our money so that our kid sits on the bench. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Right? Try to make them all-around athletes. I talked to you about my days in Zurich with Jacques. Wow, they did a great job over there. You know, before practice, it was conditioning. It was about development of the kid, not the hockey player. Okay? On the ice, it was hockey. You know? And we had probably 5 kids around 20 years old that made our team. We won the championship with those kids. You know? It should be fun to come to the rink. Hey, remember this. Ask your partners, is it fun to come to the rink? All right? Dealing with parents, training camp meeting. Hey, we're done after this, boys. Dealing with parents, training camp meetings. Explain your philosophy. We talked about this. Hey? Telling them what to do. Make them feel part of the experience. They're paying. They're expecting something in return, right? Hey, we all go to a restaurant after dinner, and we order food, they bring us the bill, we pay, and we don't get the food. Are we going to be happy? Huh? Boo-Boo's going to be throwing plates all over the walls, right? He's going to be mad like hell. You know, he's a pistol, right? But, you know, we go to a restaurant, we look at the menu, we look at the price, we order food, we expect quality, we expect a product. Then we pay, we're happy. In hockey, it's the same thing. It's an investment for the parents to play hockey. They expect their kids to learn, they're expecting to have fun, they expect them to develop in a good young man. You know? As a parent, we want our kids to have good friends, to have good teachers in school, good coaches, and us to be good parents. If we get all this, usually we're going to have a pretty solid young man growing up, right? Well, you have to understand that's part of this, and you have to tell them this. You have to tell them this because they're not different than you and me. They want to win too. After the game, they score 4-2. Ah, we lost. That's the wrong attitude at minor hockey. Hey, at minor hockey, not at the pros, but at minor hockey. And we need to change mindset. So instead, on top of coaching kids, you need to coach parents. And sometimes they're the tougher ones to coach, as you all know, right? You know, kids not a problem. Same thing in Estonia. Huh? Hey, man. So explain communication lines. I have one thing to tell you after a game. After a game, there shouldn't be a parent coming to talk to you. That should be a rule. You guys have manager on your teams? Sports chef? Managers? No? You're by yourself? Okay? So that's even worse. You know, a parent comes to you, whatever happened, you change lines or whatever happened, hey, they want to kill you. They don't want to talk to you. They want to kill you. Hey? Have a rule. After a game, please, but you need to set this up. You need to all set this up at training camp meeting. If you start in December, you're done. You have no chance. Say, hey, do we agree? Tell them, we agree? After a game, whatever happened, you're not happy and this and this. After a game, don't come and talk to me because it's going to be yelling, it's going to be negative. Call me tomorrow morning, talk to me nice and calm, I'll talk to you nice and calm, everything's going to be okay. Is that a deal? Yeah, perfect, we have a deal. So they know. So in January, Edgar's come and talk to me, say, Edgar's, you know the rule. Please call me tomorrow morning. Pal diez. Right? Well, here you go. Right? The next morning, le brit. Right? Everything is cool. All right? All right? Talk about discipline and respect. Is that what our kids need? Huh? This is what our kids need. Discipline and respect. On the ice, off the ice. Latvian hockey, your team, family, and kid. It's all the same. It's all the same. Hey, you do it for the federation, you do it for your team, you do it for mom and dad, and you do it for you as a young man personally. Right? Talk about team image. That's what I just talked. We go to a tournament, we want to be known as a good competitive team, that our dressing room is clean, we come in, like all our bags are all at the same place and everything, shake hand with the opponents after the game and everything. We do it right. Where again, we represent Latvian hockey, we represent our team, we have a good image. Right? Ask them some questions, game situations. What do you expect me to do? At 2-2 tie, there's 2 minutes to go. I have the 3 kind of worst players to go, or I have the 3 best players. Who should I put? Make them talk. Make them talk. Make them understand what, because them during a game, they watch their son. You watch the team. They watch the team too, but they watch their son even more. Okay? And again, it's a team concept. That's a tough job. That's a tough job that you have. I'm telling you, I have so much respect for you guys. Okay? Arrival time at the arena for practices and game. What do you want to do? Do you want to do a little conditioning like they do in Switzerland? Okay? And say, I want to get, instead of being on the computer for 2 hours after school, and they have muscle in their thumbs, say, hey, I'm ready to work conditioning so that we do good athletes with your kids. Hey, but do we commit that we're going to be there? Yeah. Or no. Perfect. Okay, you don't want to be there? Perfect. Again, all depend if it's Eric's with the under 20. He's the boss. But at 7, 8 years old, hey, talk with the parents. Ask them what they want to do. They're part of the experience. Hey, don't make them decide everything, but make them commit. There's a huge difference. Make them commit. Okay? Ideas for team building activities. Maybe put one in charge of birthdays. You don't always have to ask something. You see a good mom or a good dad, say, hey, do you want to be in charge of birthdays? Every time we have a birthday, we buy a cake for Edgar, for Igor, for Rasmus, and whatever. Are you going to be in charge of going to get the cake and everything? Yeah. Perfect. Here are the list of the birthdays. Well, suddenly the parents are saying, wow, this is well organized here. They leave the meeting and they say, hey, this coach is good. We're going to have a good season. And now it's all placed, in a positive way. And I think that's the way that I would approach it if I'd be a minor hockey coach. Because it's not only about kids and coach. Parents are there. 3 is a crowd, right? 2 is easy. 3 is a crowd. But if you're well planned, if you're a good salesman, things should go good. Is there any questions? Are there any questions? No questions? Well,
how do you deal with stars?
You know what? Stars, yeah. You know what? Again, remember when I said, look at NHL draft, how many first round, second round are not playing in the NHL? You know why? Because in minor hockey, who gives the nickname star to a kid? Who gives it? The fans, and many times, who gives the treatment to the star? Their minor hockey coach. And I think that's where the problem is. Starts at 7, 8, 9 years old. The kid who scored 4 goals a game, you know, like, he needs to learn to play defense. He needs to learn to play the game the right way. Because if he doesn't learn the game the right way, ask Agris or anyone played pro hockey here. You played goalie in the KHL, right? You? Huh? A little bit? But you've been around pro hockey, right? Who has been around pro hockey? Yeah? You know, like, you see why talented players fail. They don't know how to work. They don't know how to spell team. And they can't play on both sides of the rink. But whose fault is this? Is it the 12-year-old kid that scores 3 goals a game and instead of blocking the shot, he's letting it go, and the coach doesn't say a word? Why he doesn't say a word? Because he scores 3 goals a game. So, hey, you're a star. You don't need to get dirty. Does Sidney Crosby get dirty? Yes, he has 2 Stanley Cup. You know? Did Joe Sakic got dirty? Yes. You know? I could give you a few names that top picks in the NHL. But no work, no commitment. Could they shoot the puck and everything? You know what drives me crazy? Is when I see those individuals, those private coaches. Private coaches. You have those private coaches in Latvia? One-on-one lessons. You know, they show the kid to pick up the puck with their stick and roll and go like this. Hello? When are you seeing this in pro hockey? Hey? Is that showing hockey the right way? Hey, we're not rock stars. We're hockey players. Teach them to skate fast with the puck, to be under control, to be tough in corners, to go to the net rather than this and this and this. Hello? You know, something's wrong. If I'm a parent and I'm going to pay, I don't know, how much they pay for an hour here for private lessons? 20 euros? I'm going to pay 20 euros for my son to try this, 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 and suddenly in a game there's a big defenseman that's going to come and put him concussion because my son's doing this. I'm going to say, hello, what's going on? You know? So the stars in minor hockey that don't know how to play the game, lots of time it's our fault because we don't teach them to be team players. You know? Because when they will go to higher level, their little magic tricks, they will not work. They will not work. They won't even be able to compete. Am I right, Agris, saying this? Huh? Hey, like, you know, like I've seen many kids, I shake my head, so much talent. But, you know, like for a hockey player, you need a toolbox. Hey? Every player has to have a toolbox. If you open the box and there's only one tool, he doesn't have much chance to, you know. Some players told me, I'm a great scorer. Okay. So if we win 2-1 and there's 5 minutes left in the game and the guy doesn't hit, doesn't back check, is not committed to block a shot, I win 2-1. Why should I put him on the ice? Because he's a danger to our team. But if I'm down 2-1, he might be the player that I want on the ice because I know he can shoot and that's all what he wants to do. Compare, you get a player like Joe Sakic, like Crosby, that back and forth, and they hit and they pass and they understand the game, you win with those guys. You know, and no surprise, Sakic was, you know, like captain of Colorado, and Crosby's captain of Pittsburgh. Hey, you need to teach kids whether they're star. Hey, kid, don't do this. It's not good for you. And if you teach at a young age, they will learn. But if you let them go, then to 18 years old, is it fun to try to teach a kid who doesn't want to listen at 18 years old, Eric? Huh? It's almost impossible. It's too late. Now you need to... It's a constant fight, because I've done it. My coach at 10 years old didn't say a word. My coach at 11 years old didn't say a word. My coach at 14 years old didn't. So I'm a rock star. Hey, they don't listen to coaches, you don't win. You don't win. You have no chance. Hey, you know, it's play. Everyone should learn to play the same way, but obviously some players have more talent than others. And some players will be better defensively. Some players tell me. Oh, one player told me in the national team, I don't know how to play defense. Oh, play defense. What do you need to play defense? Is it more simple to play offense or play defense? Way more simple to play defense. Right? Because you just need to look and to be committed. Hey, to be committed. Hey, if you want to let the player go, that's easy to be bad in defense. Hey? So you have to teach players, especially at a later age, once you teach them all the basics of the game, teach them now how to play the game the right way. The right way, not to be a liability on the ice. How many times you hear coaches say, I cannot win with this player? Right? Because in North America, we call them one-trick ponies. They only have one trick. You know? Or in the toolbox, they only have one tool. Tough to win with those players. You put them on the ice, they're good when we have the puck. They're awful when we don't have the puck. Makes it real tough. There was a question, I think, over there. Yes, sir.
Ralph Bukarts, Hockey Club Saga. And my question is, last 6-7 years, in Latvian national men's team coaches is from North America. Next 2 years too. And but in Latvian kids and junior coaches, clubs, schools working about from Russian Soviet systems and programs. What do you say about this, maybe communications or this? And second question is maybe global questions. What you can say about future hockey?
In Latvia?
No,
general? Okay, perfect. Well, first, you know, like nationalities, I understand there's a difference, you know, like European hockey, there's lots of sitting back, lots of 5 guys on the blue line. I've got the 5 guys on the blue line really defending compared to North American hockey. It's more aggressive, it's more skating forwards are more active. There's more forechecking and everything. But at the same time, like I said, when I sat with Vistus, I think that as a federation, you know, like we need to set a roadmap. You know, and whoever comes in needs to respect the roadmap. Just like I told you, you know, we all work for the federation, but at the same time, you have your own belief, and as a coach, you need to be able to do stuff that you believe in, but at the same time, you have to respect what the federation is looking. We can't all do what we want to do. We need to do what's best for the federation, while, you know, like we work and we bring our own ingredients, our own strengths and qualities. Players have strengths and qualities. Coaches have strengths and qualities. So we have to get a mixture of this, but at the same time, at the top of the pyramid, it's the federation. And especially in a small country like Latvia or Estonia, you need a very strong plan of development and promotion. Like promotion that the 3-4-year-old kid need to be in rinks learning to skate and get the parents involved and, like to gel, like to feel a little connection. And, like I've been here in a very short time, but I see what the Federation is trying to build hockey-wise, plus also public relation-wise, because, you need to talk about hockey in order for the kids in school and everything. And, I'm asking my friend, what are you doing tonight? Do you want to come and play at my house? Oh, no, I have a hockey practice. Well, maybe I'm going home and I'm telling Mom, Edgar's has a hockey practice. I'd like to play hockey. And we talked early on about this. We need to promote the game, and where hockey's going, it's becoming more and more expensive worldwide. Wherever they play hockey, this game is a very expensive game. Rinks to rent the ice is awfully expensive. Like there's lots of expectations about the game, and rightfully so, because I think it's a great game. But at the same time, as coaches, especially at the minor hockey level, we need to promote fun. It has to be fun to come at the rink, and as a coach, you need to commit that once you have the kids for 50 minutes, we will not lose a second. Hey, it's all about teaching, fun, enjoyment, learning, like in a good family atmosphere, get the parents involved in this. And I know it's tough, it's not perfect. You need one crazy parent in the team, and suddenly it's tough. And then you get home, and you tell your wife, gosh, I'm not having fun. Hey, some of you guys probably don't make too much money coaching. You look at your wife and say, gosh, like, I always get criticized and this, and I'm working hard, and that parent drives me crazy. You know what? You have to look at the kids. We talk about players with character. Coaches need character. Because, like I said, we said yes. No one put a gun to our head. We said yes to sit under a big microscope. Big microscope. Everyone is watching us. Everyone is evaluating us. And as soon as there's a little thing going wrong, well, fingers will be pointing at us. But that's how it's been for many, many, many years, and it's going to be like this. I think it's just the nature of the game. It's nothing wrong with negative people or anything. Some are, but like at the same time, you have to do it because you're passionate about it, and show kids about the passion of hockey. Any other questions? I thank you very much. Like you're showing, like real big commitment in Latvian hockey, and I'm very proud. I'm very proud to be with you guys. Es esmu priecīgs būt Latvijā. So thank you very much.
Kolēģi, maz uzmanību. Tad vēlreiz runāju par prezidentu.